Yeah, that's right. I'm the Pitbull. People on the street call me the Pitbull. I'm scary. Well, at least that's what some people told my workers when they tried to gaslight my workers. Told them I was scary. Oh, here, I'm scarier without the reading glasses. I mean, who can be scared of a little old grandma? Yeah. Even bad people grow to old age. Charlie Manson, for example. Okay, yes, it's devil horns. I don't have dog ears. I have kitty ears somewhere, but I can't find them, so devil horns, okay? Jeez. I'm trying to be scary here. Looks scary. Get off my lawn! Ooh, God. Wrinkle hell. Jeez. Time is not being nice to my baby face. Yeah, I had, in fact, they were family members that told my workers that I was really scary and not to talk to me because I was so scary. And of course, yeah, said family members were gaslighting my workers, so my workers didn't turn them in for all of the bad stuff they were doing. Which also explains why nobody came to my aid during one episode. I'll tell you. Excuse me. I also have tattoos. Lots of tattoos. Oh, here. Get rid of that thing. Okay, well. It's skull. I can't show you the other ones. They're on my legs, and it's a pain. And I worked so hard to get the lighting right and everything so I could be, you know, scary pit bull person. So anyway, one day I was out in the garden and I was changing the hoses around like you do when you have a garden. And so I was sitting on one of the planting boxes for a little bit. I don't remember why, other than I was sitting there. Maybe I was weeding. So anyway, I stood up to get swap the hose over, and wasps, I don't know if they're yellow jackets, hornets, or plain wasps, came racing out of a hole in the planting box that I had just been sitting on. Seemed they had a nest in it. Well, they got in my shirt. I whipped my shirt off, and I was flapping at them as I was trying to get the hose turned on to spray cold water and get them off me and get them away. And it's reported that I was yelling some things. I imagine I was quite vocal and loud because I'm fighting off a whole swarm of wasps. And I got the water on and got cold water spraying and chased them away, drowned some of them. Didn't have major damage to myself. So, you know, it was okay. But at a later point, we were actually like a couple years later talking to the workers who stayed, not the family members who stabbed me in the back and ran off as soon as there was nothing in it for them. And they were saying, yeah, we heard you. And I was like, and why didn't you come down? And they were like, well, we were told you were scary and you were being very loud and crazy, and we were staying clear of it. So, although I do deem it a funny story, me half undressed, fighting off the wasps while I sprayed myself with cold water. I do try to laugh at myself and things that I do because, you have to, especially when you're me. But the upshot is there an upshot or a downshot? Is there a point? Do I have a point? Is my head pointy? Well, my horns are pointy. No. Oh, yes. Trying to prove how scary and everything I am. Prove that I am a Pitbull. Okay, truth be told, people around me don't call me a Pitbull. They call me a hedgehog. They say I'm prickly on the outside, but soft and gushy inside. Oh, jeez. How can you engender fear and submission in those around you if you got that kind of reputation? But actually, I am a pit bull because all pit bulls I've known were soft and cuddly and loving and protective and loyal, and they were the most awesome dogs I have ever owned. My toddler granddaughter would play with them. She would sit on them, and if they got tired of her sitting on them, they would just roll on their side and flop. They would let her cuddle up to her. They would let her climb on the couch with them, cover them with blankets, and cuddle up for a nap. They are the most maligned dogs ever, and the fact that a certain someone is trying to play into the false stereotype, not just stereotype, false stereotype of what pit bulls are like is really abhorrent. So, I mean, most of the community has heard the rest of all of the stuff going on. I just wanted to bring up the point of how a different part of the wrongness that's going on. And I do get extremely annoyed at people who buy into the pit bull's bad stereotype. They've been banned in cities. You can't own one in, I think it's the city of Denver or county of Denver. There's a Denver county too around Denver, which is how I got a pit bull, because there were people there. They had to give away their dogs or else have them put down just because of the breed they were. I do not live in that county or city, so I was happy to take the dog and drive a long distance to take the dog. So this pushing of stereotypes and maligning innocent beings has got to stop. And this includes the whole debacle, because many innocent beings were maligned besides the poor little pitties. Staffordshire Terriers. That's their name. And no, they are not evil. They are not cruel. They are not vicious. Any dog will be vicious or tame, depending on the people who own it and how they raised it and trained it. And if people are raising these animals to be fight and kill in a ring, they are not raising it with love and care, giving it a secure home where it's comfortable. They are starving them. I'm not going into it because it's horrendous. It is horrendous. And the fact that dogs that have been rescued from these rings turned into happy family pets with the proper care and attention, given a proper home and love and training, they turned into great family dogs, which shows it's not the breed, it's the people, it's the humans, it's the human scum of this world. So, to the paranormal Pomeranian, get that stuff out of your mouth and out of your brain, because you are the lowest form of human excrement. So, love to the pitties. Love to the staffies. And stop being cruel and nasty humans. Pitbull out.